You have received a Dutch traffic fine, for instance, because you exceeded the local speed limit or parked illegally or held your mobile phone while driving. In this film, we will explain what you should expect going forward. The following is applicable on any administrative fine for a traffic violation committed in our country, whether by a native or a non-native driver. We will be following Peter, Roos and Jean-Paul. Peter exceeded the speed limit and was caught by a traffic camera. He received the fine by post. Tedious, of course, but is it even correct? Peter serves to ceib.nl. He logs in at the self-service portal with his DigiD, the secure code with which Dutch citizens can identify themselves on Dutch government websites. For non-Dutch citizens, it will soon be possible to log in with their own digital code. Peter is immediately directed to his fine. It is his license plate that has been photographed, and there is a link to the picture. Yes, that really is his car. It is important to note that the photograph taken by the traffic camera can also be requested via ceib.nl without logging in. It'll be sent by post. Peter pays the fine via the website using Ideal. In the near future, this option will also be available through other European payment systems. Roos ignored a red traffic light and was stopped by the police. Still, she doesn't agree with the given fine. According to her, the traffic light was yellow. Roos lodges an appeal with the public prosecutor's office. She does this through www.om.nl/verkeer. For the duration of the appeal, she doesn't have to pay the fine. But the public prosecutor does not agree with Roos. He rejects the appeal. Roos does not give up and lodges an appeal with the judge. To do this, she needs to pay the fine up front. This is called providing security. Only after she has provided this security, the judge will handle the appeal. If he finds in her favour, the amount will be refunded. If he doesn't, the fine has already been paid and no further payment is required. But the judge does not agree with Roos either. He states, "You need to pay the fine." Roos accepts this judgment. Jean-Paul is from Belgium and was caught speeding by a traffic camera in the Netherlands. The same options and rules apply to him as a non-Dutch driver as they do to native Dutch drivers. After receiving his fine by post, he can view it and the photograph taken by the camera through ceib.nl. He can even pay the fine there. And if he does not agree with the fine, he can lodge an appeal with the public prosecutor's office and, if necessary, with the judge of appeals after that. If he refuses to pay, the fine will be transferred to the Belgian government. They will then make sure the fine will be paid through their own laws and regulations. If a Dutch person refuses to pay their fine, coercive measures can be taken. Their car may be impounded or their driver's license suspended. As a last resort, a judge can jail a person who can pay but still refuses as a way to enforce payment. The jail time does not relieve the person of their obligation to pay their fine. In those cases where the fine exceeds the amount of €225, it may be paid in instalments. Such an instalment plan can be requested through cjib.nl. This option is also available to non-Dutch drivers, and Jean-Paul from Belgium will be requesting it. Still, Jean-Paul wonders how the Dutch got his address after his traffic violation. This was possible through European agreements whereby citizens of European countries can be fined for traffic violations in other European countries. This includes the possibility to exchange information on license plates and addresses. This applies to Europeans violating Dutch traffic laws, but also to Dutch drivers violating the traffic laws of other European countries. Traffic law enforcement increases traffic safety for all of us. Peter, Roos and Jean-Paul have paid their fines. Next time, they'll probably pay closer attention to the rules.